no one's gonna talk, maybe we can talk about well-being, house of well-being. I was thinking and joining this gathering today.
Sure, sounds great.
Yeah. So, Beth actually knows, maybe you don't know, I'm building at a well. It's a well-being. We actually with Ori joined just now. Hey, Ori.
No.
Um,
Okay.
we're building a well-being platform. It's a DAO actually. We started with knowledge base, and we want to integrate other valuable things like workshops, real-time useful sessions. And instead of like going to house of well-being and filling the notion page, maybe we could do something DAO to DAO, business to business, and to find something that we can come to metagame and um, give the curation, or invite you to workshops, listen to the community, what their needs are. Maybe it's a productivity, maybe the blockers the community is having while being related. And we were thinking, that we will brainstorm on this. What do you think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were. Sorry, is anybody talking?
No, sorry, Ori. You can.
I interrupted you, sorry there. I just wanted to say that we're just trying to create a really inclusive space where we just talk about health. We bring the information, like just a space where you can have a chat about health, and if there's anything that you're struggling with, we do the science digging for you and we provide the information. Like Ada was saying, if it's productivity, if it's diet, anything, we look for the science and then just curate the most relevant and scientifically backed facts for you so you don't have to do the research. But yeah, it's just a place where we support each other.
This is cool, awesome. It's actually Jose who had a similar approach. As I remember creating this space, he always puts music in it, but I don't know if Jose you're listening, but
That's cute.
actually I would add something to that. Um, that because it's I will share here a small story. I I recently bought an anti-procrastination plan, so it should help me, stop procrastinating and figure out my patterns. And
What does that look like?
it's an app, and kind of an app. It's an app within a browser actually. Um, and it's basically, it's like a interactive notebook that you can write down your bad habits, good or positive habits. Then they give you advices how you can approach your patterns and stuff like that.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I had a then you have a test. It tells you what's your levels of procrastination. I had a high score, and I after 3 days of the app, the fourth and fifth day, I didn't even open the app. So I guess it's funny because I procrastinated with an app that should stop me doing that. but it
Paradox.
kind of worked actually in the way, because at some point I don't know why, but I became actually, I feel a difference for sure, because I did learn some patterns of mine. Um, but I'm wondering, if this space, because they made groups of people. Then I've connected with other people that also were higher procrastinators. And the point we have instructions, and the point is to kind of, just uh, talk about the problem together. So I'm wondering if we can do that here, for free instead of paying. But yeah, I don't know. Thank you.
Just like we did a solo product. We were just like, yes, you come to our community, you have question, we will try to solve the problem or whatever the blocker is. And because at the same time we are trying to build our own community, and why not to have a community in metagame as well, and in other, well, one person can be a community of metagame as well,
Mhm.
like in other, well, I was
Yeah,
thinking, maybe, I don't know, let's brainstorm on
yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
That's my
We
thoughts
will
on.
for sure, because um, the space of well-being will cover many different things. So there's this social part where you can talk about your problems. For example, procrastination is a problem, blah blah. Uh, but and as well, some people at some point I think have the need, at least I think naturally groups would create of for people would join making projects, like everyone, some the most motivated ones, I guess, would to have also a space where we could meet with likewise people that we can discuss, you know big and try and solve big problems of the world. So because we have all kinds of solutions and technology for everything, and one big broken thing is our social interactions. So I guess here we can for sure create a space for that. So yeah, cool.
Yeah, I love what you mentioned. How like you started using this app for tracking, and then you just don't remember to use the app anymore. And I have this exact problem with pretty much every like habit tracking or other apps for yeah habit tracking or productivity or anything else like that I tried using. I would just
Yeah, yeah.
not remember to
What
use
I
it.
read is a good tactic for that is if you stack your habits. So say if there's something that you already do on a daily basis, like if you brush your teeth, then you can attach the habit of checking in with your productivity app right after you brush your teeth, just like as a little reminder, or like a little, like a what would you say, like a target for habit tracking or productivity tracking. I found that really helpful for me anyway.
That's a great point, actually. Yeah, I love that.
It's a good hack here. Brain hack.
Tommy, I see your messages, but somehow again I can't reply to those. Going to chat and then can't write. Definitely, we'll be actually organizing wellness, our first wellness gathering, next Wednesday, and we will be talking uh, about organization in ikigai approach. I saw also in ikigai in well-being house. This is great. Like. I like the diagrams, the philosophy of it. So we were thinking with Ori, maybe we do our organization ikigai. What we are passionate about? What's the purpose of Adawell? And yeah, we will be doing that. We will be starting with deep breaths, ending with meditation. We will be talking about general mission of it. If you will be interested, you're welcome to join. But yes, we can come to metagame also and talk about well-being.
Cool. I just researched what is ikiga. I didn't know.
Or can you share the poster you made today?
Yeah, sure. What channel would I be posting that in?
Will it be okay to share the poster? Um, I think in check-in, if you can send it to the town hall chat, that will be great. I can't text it there.
No, I don't have access to
Maybe
send.
in check-in. Is it okay to send to check-in, guys?
It's okay, but some of the people won't be able to see that. But I can actually give everyone the engaged doctor role.
Oh, no, maybe in general chat then. Do we have here general chat?
Yeah, that's the meta square.
Yeah, Meta Square. Can you see it already? Yeah, Meta Square one, I think.
Yeah, sending now.
Okay, perfect. And maybe after that we can talk about this concept is very new for me, DAO to DAOs, and something we can think about it, I think.
As an FYI, the poster is very purple. May hurt some people's eyes.
I don't know why I'm still typing when nobody's saying anything.
I'm searching for the poster.
The poster.
Which
I
channel?
don't think I can add photos to the meta square or like
Sorry.
attach anything.
I'm so sorry. I was searching for channel. So what are the topics for today, if any?
So the first half an hour is just like check-in and talking about whatever anybody has been up to, and that's kind of what we've been doing. But yeah, basically just like how you are doing, what you've been working on, what you are learning, or anything like that. And then, well, now it's 15 minutes left. So in 15 minutes we have doing good, and then in 40 minutes we have metagammadelta. So Rome is already here with us, and she will be talking about metagammadelta and what they've been up to.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, how are you all doing? Anybody working on anything cool or learning anything cool?
Yeah. Well, I would maybe actually ask a very random question and see if anyone has anything that would reply. Like, what do you think would happen if the whole world for 1 month doesn't buy single-use plastic? My English is not great.
That will be great.
Good
And
enough.
that's the dream. I think we can work on it, and that's actually possible if we work together. We can do it. 1 month is not that long, and it's possible. Of course, we have some habits that we gotta use. We have some products, packaged products we buy, but for 1 month, it would be really nice.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
hard. It's so hard. Like we've been trying to go zero waste for the past about a month, maybe a bit more, and it's just in a lot of products just hard to avoid like having this single-use plastic, and a lot of shit just gets produced in non-recyclable. But yeah, we started buying like a shampoo that's like in powder, so it comes in a really like small packet that you then dilute in water instead of buying this like plastic bottle with a shampoo, like toilet paper that comes in a paper wrapping, so it's recyclable and stuff like that. But yeah, like completely zero, it's super hard because like the producers are just not thinking about it yet. But yeah, there are more and more producers that are thinking about it, which is awesome. And there are even stores like in them, I don't know who. I think that's a European store, but they have like I don't know how you say that in English, like rinfuso, but you come with a bottle and to buy the
Stock
how do you call it? Not
in
in
bulk.
stock, but like not in
Uh,
bulk, but like how do you call the detergent for the clothes washing machine?
yeah, I
You know,
saw.
it comes
Yes.
in big plastic bottles, but you can go to this store where you can just like come with your own bottle, and there's a machine that you can just use to like pour the washing liquid directly into your own bottle.
Mhm.
So that's cool. Like more and more brands like trying
Yeah,
to
yeah.
make things
It,
recyclable and going.
you can see already the some difference from part of the companies, but still there is virgin plastic is still being produced. So if we change the demand, then it would be possible for them to, really reach out to alternatives a bit faster, so we don't have to buy plastic shit. Um, and yeah, there's many alternatives. So, but they are more expensive usually. So that's why it would be, a month where the whole world would, make this little effort to see what would happen. I think the say I'm not sure. I I would assume there would be something in sales that would make them, see, oh, maybe
Mm,
people don't want to buy any more plastic. Like
right.
haha, like aha moment. I don't know.
There
Yeah,
was
I think that.
apparently,
Yeah,
sorry,
go on.
I was just going to say that Coca-Cola apparently did some research into like consumer preferences and that they concluded that consumers prefer plastic bottles. I don't know whether it was based on taste or something from my memory. I'm not entirely sure, but who like how is that possible?
Probably
Was this
because of
rigged? I think
convenience. There is a lot of I guess, if people like maybe more that would be willing to make effort, for me this is not an effort. I prefer glass than plastic, but people that would prefer plastic, I don't know. I also don't know. I got a bit lost now in my emotions, but um yeah,
I just don't think that there's anything more convenient about a plastic bottle than a glass one. Like I don't understand the logic behind that.
I broke many glass
Yeah.
bottles.
Oh yeah, true actually.
Weird. I have a friend who like only buys Coke in aluminum cans, and like he claims that it has better taste, and like it has nothing to do with like avoiding plastic. He just really strongly prefers the aluminum cans for some reason. Yeah, I find it weird that people just like prefer plastic bottles for whatever reason. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think you touched on. Yeah.
it's actually recommended that when you open a can and you don't eat it all, that you remove it from the can, that it's not staying in touch with metal. This is actually recommended. So yeah, I'm just um, the,
Interesting. But yeah, I
um,
wanted to say, like you touched upon the crucial point, which is what I think what would happen is the shift in the demand would then change the offer side, and that's kind of the shit what I got from a friend who was like, oh, but there's zero waste that shit because the corporations pollute, they still produce plastic, and if you go zero waste, then it won't change anything. And I think that's not true because like the more people go zero waste, the more that demand is changing, and then the corporations notice like, oh, there's this growing subset of people that just refuse to buy plastic, and they will buy it from this other brand who is maybe even producing like a lower quality product, but it's producing it in a recyclable packaging, and then the people who don't care about it will buy the product regardless of what it's packaged in. But there's this group of people who will only buy it if it's recyclable, and then the more this group grows, the more it makes sense for the corporation to cater to the demand of this group, because the other group doesn't have a preference, the other group doesn't care. But if they
yes.
don't change, then like they're going to lose out on this group of people who only buys the recyclable.
Yeah, but by the way, regarding the recyclables, that is not a sustainable option. If you feel that you're buying when you buy recycled that it's written recycled plastic. It is not.
Yeah, plastic is shit either
Because
way. I mainly
yeah,
think like paper and
it's
like
better
paper
just to not
packaging.
buy single-use plastic. Single-use plastic, it's
Yeah.
not a good thing, and that's it. We all know, we all see everything. It's so we change the packaging for everything we have. We have enough technology. Just need to change the mindset step by step.
I wasn't aware of like how hard plastic is to recycle and that there are like
Man,
so many different types of plastic and you can just like melt it all into single type and just like reproduce it.
yeah, by the way, when I managed to be 2 weeks without buying any plastic, and I was hungry. I was frustrated and felt hungry. I mean, not hungry, hungry, starving. Don't know what is that, but I, yeah, I wouldn't eat. I just wouldn't eat because I didn't know what to eat. So I just, no. And then eventually I gave up that idea. You know, I avoid buying for sure. What I sometimes I do buy plastic, but very, very just when I cannot not buy it. It's, so I always make an effort, and if everyone makes a little effort, then it's great, you know. And support other companies that are making alternative packaging, so they grow. So they grow, and then they can work with corporations, and then they can produce. So the plastic kind of goes out of production because we are a lot of people in the world, and we do feed from few companies. We do, yeah, we do get feed. Cool. Thank you guys for talking about this. This was interesting.
Yeah, I guess they're engineering bugs to eat plastic and turn the bugs, or the bugs are turning the plastic into protein. I'm not sure how that's working out, but I just thought that was interesting to add to the conversation.
They've also done mycelium that'll consume mushroom or consume plastic.
Yeah,
I
it's-
saw that, but
It's
I
less
don't
like
know. Are they?
weird molecular going on.
Yeah, I think that's a really cool concept. But how large scale are they able to go with that?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what I was kind of thinking
pretty
too.
large scale. It's really easy actually.
Yeah, nature
Waste
can
and
recover
mushrooms
them
work
really
really
fast.
well.
Yeah, I just think if we couple these things together, like one, we stop the train from moving, and then we have plans to clean up the wreckage afterwards, uh, and then implement these systems like the mycelium and the bugs that would be systems of their own that would need no more human intervention, and then just support those systems. Have the humans, making more mycelium and more of these bugs and just setting them free and letting them do their thing.
Mycological superfund sites.
Right. Just tanks and tanks of beetles and mushrooms everywhere.
The solar punk, if I've ever heard it.
All right, so we have 3 more minutes before Ron starts talking about metagammadelta. And to switch the topic a bit, is there anything else that anybody has been working on or learning this week? Maybe not, but maybe better because the conversation probably wouldn't stop in just 2 minutes. Anything else anybody wanted to say or ask before we move on?
So, well-being is every Wednesday. And Tommy and whoever else, Vanessa, Jose, whoever else, everyone in well-being.
Well, we are having our first, organizing first wellness gathering, and we want to keep up every week. It would be nice doing it weekly with different topics, 1 week productivity, or we can combine productivity plus sleep, time management, the topics that are, that is needed, depending, like asking the community what you guys need more, or again, blockers. What are they? What are they?
I'm so sorry. I cannot hear you because my dog is barking. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Well, that's not good. Are you hearing now? I mean, nobody's saying anything now. But did the dog stop barking?
Yeah, sorry. So my boyfriend came home, so she barks every time anyone comes near the door. Yeah, sorry, Yada. I heard that until the part that you were saying that we're trying to keep it consistent and discussing stuff. Then I didn't catch much what we will discuss, but every Wednesday then.
Mhm. So, what we want is asking you, coming to metagame and asking you, uh, what you need most this week. Is it like, what are your blockers? Is it your sleep? Is it your productivity? Or maybe you need a curation for specific health topic, that will be science-backed. And we will try to bring those curations and complementing that with the workshops. That's what we are trying to do.
Okay, yeah. Then Wednesday at what time? Wednesdays I have something.
It's 3 UTC, Ori, right? Was it 3 UTC?
Yeah, I think it was 3 p.m. UTC.
I think that's good for me.
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
but then we'll discuss. We'll be in touch for sure. So you
Okay.
can also ping me anytime,
Okay, great.
and I will do the same.
Well, please do.
Yeah. 3 UTC. Okay, and that's it.
Yeah.
I guess for now for well-being.
What I wanted to fill the Notion pages, but then I was thinking, yeah, we still can do it. Why not? The topics we already have, we can put it there. We still can do it, but at the end, it may be like copy pasting all the time, and it may not look good. Maybe you don't want to do it. So I wanted to brainstorm it with you before that. Otherwise, Peth gave me the access to Notion, and I can add as still. You can ask me, I will add the topics you need there. But then, we need to find optimal solution for this, where um, maybe we can open a channel in Adawal that will send daily reminders at the same time to metagame. We can do that.
Yeah, we need to figure out for sure. But let's then do that on or we are doing good now. This is now doing good.
But yeah, we should transition, but yeah, cool ideas. And I think it would be interesting to have like we have these bridge channels that are across communities. And previously just had like a channel that's called by the project's name, and it would bridge to the channel in their server that's called metagame, and then just have this like project to project. But I think it's even cooler to have them like channels that are topic specific, and then like have it bridged for that specifically rather than like project to project in general. All right, so yeah, we're already 3 minutes in, and yeah, previously I said that we need to transition to metagammadelta, but no, actually, we need to transition to DoinGud. So the first on the schedule is SDR from DoinGud, and then yeah, 20 minutes from now, metagammadelta. But yeah, SDR I see already here.
Hi there. How are you guys? Thank you so very much for giving me the opportunity to be with you and to have this moment. I appreciate it. Jose is a dear friend over here at the Doing Good kind of community, and he's come and performed for us with this lady, and it's been an absolute lovely experience to kind of get a chance to know him, and well, here I am. So I'm very happy to be here with you guys. Thank you for having
Yeah, welcome aboard. Happy to have you. And yeah, take it away.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So, are you guys at all familiar with Doing Good at all? Give me a couple emojis. Let's see. Give me the eye emoji if you've never heard of Doing Good. Give me the heart emoji if you have heard of Doing Good.
Where is that happening? Oh, it's
Okay.
here.
Heard.
Meta Square.
We got an
Actually,
eye.
right here in the chat.
Yeah, right here in the chat. There, you see next to the X, like the red. There we go.
Yeah.
Perfect. Hearts. Okay, so you guys you guys are
I
kind of
don't have
familiar. We've got
permission to send message actually. I'm not sure why.
wonderful.
But I don't know about it. It's weird that I don't have permission.
No worries. Well,
Yeah,
listen,
I,
I'll
I
give you guys.
see I see this chat, but I cannot click it. And it's written. It's telling me you do not have permission to send message in this chat.
That's weird. You have the player role, so you should have full access to everything.
Yes, and I'm here, so I should have access to the chat. Super
That's
weird. Yeah. Can I react?
I'm gonna
Yes.
try to solve that somehow, but let's continue with Doing Good.
Yeah,
So actually, there are a
well,
few
I'm
people
happy.
who don't know.
Yeah, I'm happy to see this. That there's a few people in here that definitely have heard of Doing Good, which is very exciting. So happy for this. For those of you guys that don't know or are not familiar with Doing Good and what we're about, we have been operational now for over a year, or it'll be a year now. And actually, December, as of the Miami Art Basel, we launched our marketplace last year. And we're coming up on this really special anniversary for us because we are in the process of opening up our whole organization to being a DAO and to being a protocol. Everything that thus far that anyone has seen with regards to Doing Good is a marketplace that connects collectors, creators, and social impact organizations together to be able to utilize an opportunity for creators to stream funds to the social impact organizations that they care most about via NFT sales. That could be anything from any form of media that you guys can think of. So that's poetry, audio NFTs, music, video, anything. So that being said, over the course of this last year, we have been able to do over $400,000 in NFT sales, over $90,000 going to social impact organizations, all on chain. Why this is important to note is simply just because the project itself has been built on Polygon. And as many of us know, a lot of different big brands are currently utilizing Polygon to onboard the masses like Starbucks, Reddit, etc., Disney. And so we built the project on Polygon during the time where we understood that ETH wasn't as sustainable or had the energy benefits that it does have now with this new merge that happened recently. That being said, we're excited to announce that, with regards to our membership sale, a DAO sale that's happening next week on Tuesday, we are doing everything on ETH, and there's 4 different tiers. And what makes it really special is just simply the fact that what I said earlier, we did $400,000 in sales on Polygon, and we know that a lot of the collectors and a lot of the creators are on Ethereum at the present moment, and we look forward to opening this up to the greater masses with these tool sets that enable people to stream funds to the social impact organizations they care about. So next Tuesday, if you guys are around, definitely come through to our Twitter spaces and to our Discord. We have so much happening with regards to that sale. And we really look forward to having some of the community from here and the overarching communities come in and be a part of this with us. We've brought on people like Bankless, Shapeshift, HerDAO. There's over 40 communities that have come on to DoinGud as community members thus far. And we're opening up the sale to the public on the 22nd, as I mentioned. I saw that you were about to say something, Ape.
What's the cost of the 4 tiers?
Yeah, actually, what I'm going to do here, friend, is I'm going to post our little blog that kind of talks about the DoinGud membership. But there are 4 tiers, and those 4 tiers are actually what we've done. Just so you guys know, also, it's a soul-bound token. They're non-transferable tokens. So this is something to take note of. Hang on, let's see. Let me post this for you. Oh, it's actually also not letting me post on the link as well. Funny enough, in the chat, I can't send a link because I wanted to share with you guys the membership tiers and the blog. But nonetheless, the cheapest, the most inexpensive is 0.0111. So 0.0111 is like, I think 12 USDC at the current moment. The second tier being the seed, it's 0.111. The third tier being heart is 1.11. And the last tier being the angel is 4.2. So we do have some, there we go, got it. There, we can do this. I've sent also the blog for you guys to take a look. But it's an exciting opportunity because, like what I mentioned earlier, like everything that you guys have all seen with DoinGud is a marketplace, and now us opening up to being a DAO, and more importantly, a protocol enables for all different open sourced projects to utilize our DoinGud protocol to stream funds. A minimum of 5% currently is going to social impact organizations, upwards to 100% that the creator designates. So it's really, really fantastic to be able to like bring social impact, public goods to light in utilizing this type of technology. You guys were talking about plastics, and I was really actually excited about that because, with DoinGud, we also organized ETH Barcelona. And ETH Barcelona, we intentionally made the event a plastic-free event. There was bring your own bottle, bring your own cup. There was no plastics or usage of plastics throughout the entire event with the decor. Everything that we did was all sustainable. We actually invested in carbon removal rather than carbon offsetting. So we found out where all of our speakers were coming from, some of our participants that opted in to let us know how they got through, where they came from, etc. And we were working with Toucan Protocol to ensure that everything was on chain, transparent for everybody to see, and how we went about doing things. That being said, also keeping in mind in the light of like DoinGud and what all the different things this all means, DoinGud also created a couple different tool sets for the event itself. One of those tools or mechanics was building NFT tickets or NF tickets. What we ended up doing is we had 2,500 participants at ETH Barcelona. It was Spain's first ETH event ever. So it was really fantastic. We had 2,500 people. There was a 5% of the ticket sales went into a pool where all after the event, after the 3-day conference, the participants were then able to vote on what projects or social impact organizations they wanted to get funded. And there was over $30,000 that got funded to either a social impact organization or project that the participants wanted to see the money go to. I see we have a The question is, while moving from Polygon, have you found a replacement for Toucan, or does someone need to make a Greenway bridge? No, I think that with Toucan, we can still work with Toucan. I mean, we're still on Polygon at the present moment, and it's not like it's not going to be utilized. We're actually planning to make this blockchain agnostic. So, first EVM chain, being Polygon, second being obviously Ethereum, and kind of moving down the line and hopefully being able to open up to many more. But right now, those are kind of what's happening for the very foreseeable future, and at least within the last couple of months after we've launched the protocol. And of course, Celo would be fantastic. Optimism would be fantastic. Avalanche. Hopefully, if Sol's still around. But yeah, definitely very excited to like I said, continue to open up to these different AVM chains, and ETH being the next one. Any let Sol die. Yes, I mean, I'm not a fan myself, but we'll keep it kosher around here. Any questions so far? No, I love it. Okay. I'm on the anti-kosher patrol. That's okay. Pat, what's going on?
Yeah, so with the NFTs, so what do people get with those NFTs, and are there any differences in perks from like different tiers?
Sure. So, well, you're gonna get obviously your DAO. So, I don't know how familiar you all are with how DAOs have worked in the past, and something that was really important for us is to not make this a speculative thing, which is why we made this a non-transferable membership, right? So that those that are participating or are engaging with purchasing this NFT is actually enabling them to want to participate, right? So the idea here with our DAO and what this all means is, okay, well, once we open up and when you have these different NFTs, they do access different portals for you within the DAO. Part of that is actually having the initiatives that are going to go under the sub DAO. So DoinGud is the meta DAO, and then sub DAOs or guilds, also known as guilds, which basically would be representative of different impact topics. So maybe it's disaster relief, maybe it's poverty, maybe it's no hunger, maybe it's education, maybe whatever it may be, right? These marine, of course, plastics, like we've partnered with plastics and Bye Bye Plastics as well. Solar Punk Future, exactly right. And we are of the we believe that people want to do good. They just often don't know where or how to be able to place funds, or if anything is actually happening. So as a community member and as you buy some of these soulbound tokens, depending on which level or tier that you get, gives you, as I mentioned, different access and different kind of signal points. And so what happens here is that, like, let's say you guys at Metagame decided that you wanted to go, initiate several different activities for bringing a guild. Like, let's say you all did 5 different initiatives, whether that be plastic free, marine, conservation, ocean conservation, beach cleanup, etc. And you would then set proposals in this DAO to be able to raise whatever it is that funds that you may need for that event. Then once the proposal gets, submitted and goes through our guardians, then you get, your funding. There's going to be impact reporting, which is part of the really exciting thing here, is that we're trying to change this narrative about like doing good being charity and donation based. And so there's going to be impact reporting that's done, and it's all done on chain so that people will be able to see what impact is being made, where the funds are going, how it's being utilized, etc. And those impact reporters will also be rewarded with the guild tokens. It says, and are you using guild? Yes, we are using guild and Wonderverse. Yeah, Wonderverse actually just came on to our Twitter space. When was this? Two days ago, I think it was, like on Tuesday. They were with us chatting about all the great tools that they have and have been enabled for many DAOs. So yes, Guild XYZ is already in place with our Discord, and we are working with Wonderverse as well. Incredible. Yeah, they're great people. They're super, super cool. We're really excited to be able to be partners with Wonderverse and using Guild in the DAO. And obviously, like, what's the most exciting about all of this is simply the fact that, like, with Wonderverse, you don't have to like keep moving around and doing crazy movements when you can just use one thing with Wonderverse rather than going to Discord and then Twitter or some other tools that exist. So it's really nice what they're doing. Why do I think it's better than DWork? I don't necessarily think I have an opinion on that. I think that based on the actual communities in which that they've worked with in the past, how they, this is something to note. All the community members that we've brought on thus far, the over 40 that have come online, it's highly curated. These are all people that we believe are on the same ethos of doing good, want to do good, change things for humanity, utilizing this type of technology. And it's a special moment for us. So like with Wonderverse versus DWork, we just kind of connected with these guys more. Not to say that DWork isn't someone or a group that we wouldn't want to work with. Actually, on the contrary, I think it would be fantastic. And if they are able to provide different tool sets, then incredible. We would love that. Tommy, I see you typing. So what I've gone ahead also, I'm just curious, many thousands. Yeah, no, 100%. There's lots of tools being brought up every day, and no particular reason as to why DWork or Wonderverse. We just aligned with the guys at Wonderverse, and we got referred to them several times from our advisors and different community members. So we just kind of went through that path. I've also went ahead and submitted here our manifesto. This was something that happened about a month ago and was really the beginning or the precipice of what we at DoinGud are setting out to do. It was an attempt from our community. It was many of the people at DoinGud were involved in making this come to life. But it was an attempt to put pen to paper to really showcase, first and foremost, what's happening in the world today, where we see the world going, and how we can helpfully bring a lot of these pieces of the puzzle together and actually move forward as a giant light ball, in humanity, where at the moment we really don't have what is the equivalent of like the military industrial war complex, but for good, right? And if we don't have it, and it's not, or if it does exist, why isn't it louder? And that's really the narrative for us, is like changing this idea of like sustainability not being able to be net positive, or doing good not being able to be profitable. So hopefully, with what we're intending to do, and what we've been able to do thus far, and expanding what we're up to at DoinGud, we hope to be able to bring you guys with us, and honestly put forth an opportunity for people to see that, blockchain and cryptocurrencies and NFTs isn't just about money, because if in fact we are looking at it as only money, we've missed the point. And here at this stage in life where everything is kind of hyper focused on crypto and NFTs and what has happened obviously with FTX, we want to be uplifting and showcasing the really good work that's actually happening in the space, and honestly making changes, huge change.
Awesome.
So thank you, Peth. Yeah, and what I was gonna say was like, if for anybody that is here and has not yet read this manifesto, if you will, please read. If it resonates with you, sign. If you do tweet out that you've signed the manifesto, there is a gift that will be sent to you utilizing that same wallet address that you used to sign. So if you tweeted out that you've gone ahead and signed it, after you've done so, you'll get a gift from us at DoinGud, and that'll act as a signal from us to get you also on the allow list, as you mentioned on the chat. Anybody that has engaged or participated with DoinGud, you guys will also get some really fantastic little perks. So make sure if you do, thank you guys. I see that some of you have signed. That's fantastic. If you do sign, I'm also going to go ahead and post up here for you guys the membership page. So that way you guys can go ahead and sign up, do all the roles with Guild, and make sure that you're getting everything set up properly. I'll send that over to you guys here. You guys should see your parrot. Who's your parrot?
What the fuck?
I mean, that made me laugh, so it's great. Who's your parent, Tommy?
But yeah, thank you very much for coming on and sharing all this. Yeah, and I'm a big fan of the manifesto, Doing Good, and been friends with Manu for many years now. So yeah,
He's a
we'll.
special guy, huh? He's an incredible guy. Yeah, no, I mean, I've been with Manu now for over a year, and learning every day from him, and it's great. He's such a brilliant mind, and honestly, it's a privilege and an honor to be able to kind of build here with the team and in this really this mission for blockchain for good. So thank you guys for allowing me this.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. Yeah, gotta love Manu. And yeah, Tommy already suggested last week that we should buy one of these NFTs, and yeah, we should, and we should join Doing Good, and Doing Good should join Metagame, and yeah, let's follow up about all of this and get this going.
Oh, would love that, man. Absolutely. Please, we're about collaboration, obviously, and this world of Web3 is only really amplified that, obviously. And so for us, this manifesto, this protocol, the community membership is really, as I mentioned earlier, to try and hope to bring all the pieces of the puzzle of like metagame and all the different communities protocols that are around to actually work with each other and actually do some significant changes in the world. So thank you guys for the time. I appreciate you. I'm here in the metagame Discord now, so thank you for having me, and I'm excited to kind of play around and get to know you guys all. If you have any questions at all about anything that we're doing at Doing Good, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself. I'm on Twitter under 0xsdr. I'll post this here as well for you guys. And I'm involved in a lot of fun things, like I said, from East Barcelona to obviously Doing Good, also Navok Collective. I'm in the music industry. I've been in the music industry all my life. So if there's ever any cool things that you guys want to chat about, I'm always here. Let's talk, let's connect, let's make metagame part of Doing Good. And I look forward to many more opportunities to chat with you guys.
Awesome. Thank you again, and see you around. And yeah, Jose is hosting this Bards night, so maybe he will invite you to come perform some music for us as well.
Hey, yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah, Jose has come through and done some really beautiful performances for us in our Discord. So I love it. Thank you, Jose, for the invite. Thank you, everybody at Metagame, for again allowing me the space. I really look forward to getting a chance to know you guys and potentially collaborating. So let's make some magic.
Let's do it.
Thank you.
Right, and we are 6 minutes into Rome's time, so sorry about that, Rome. But you do have unlimited time since you are the second guest. Yeah, the proverbial floor is yours.
Awesome. And no worries about that. It was definitely interesting learning about Doing Good. And yeah, thanks for allowing me to drop in on this call as well. I've been going down the metagame rabbit hole, and I think what you guys are building and the whole concept is just ingenious. I think it's definitely going to be a very effective tool in onboarding into the space and just providing the knowledge in a digestible way to the people that really need it. So hi guys, I'm Romany or Rome. I'm a member of metagammadelta, MGD. I'm also a member of their season 1 cohort. So I'm sure is anyone not familiar with metagammadelta here? Okay. Well, just a little like rundown. So metagammadelta is a DAO that started in 2020 at ETH Denver. And basically they came together in order to raise funds to support and offer grants to women-led projects and initiatives, as well as onboarding women from Web 2 into the Web 3 space and just offering an inclusive space where women could feel safe, like just asking the questions they need to and feel that they're being provided with the right information, and guided and not like how they need to navigate this space. So I actually, metagammadelta was the first DAO that I joined when I originally got into DAOs, and which was at MCon. And I remember hearing about them and seeing them talk, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. And it's been so far the most helpful in my journey through this space. Just from the start, it was just very organic. And I guess like I want to offer that to other women, and that's what metagammadelta also wants to do. So with metagame, I definitely love the concept because I think that makes the whole mission that metagammadelta has a lot easier and more achievable in doing that. So metagammadelta right now is going through what we're calling a revival. We kind of experienced, or some of the members experienced kind of a bit of a burnout, and we felt that the DAO needed kind of just to be revived, some fresh faces, some fresh ideas, and to get, I guess, that juice flowing, and figure out exactly how we could rebuild the DAO to achieve our goals a lot faster and more effectively. So what came of that was the cohort and the fellowship. And what ended up happening was we broke it down into seasons. So a defined time frame where each season has a set of goals and initiatives, and the members of the cohort changes each season, and basically allows for like fresh ideas, fresh faces. But we allow the members of the cohort to come together to basically meet certain KPIs, such as raising a specific amount of funds during that period, distributing it, just kind of I guess it changes each season, but basically for this season, it's just laying the framework for how metagammadelta is going to move forward with the cohort. Also the fellowship, which is basically, we just started a fellowship as well as part of our whole onboarding experience in metagammadelta, where we have a group of women that are teamed up with Consensus, and we're offering them some education on the Web3 space and the fundamentals of it. So that's where we're at with metagammadelta right now. It's really fun, and it's actually been amazing to, I guess, coordinate all of these things. And my specialty is in onboarding and DAO strategy. So it's been really cool to be a part of this cohort and just be a part of this like initiative, bringing more women and people into this space. For me, I try to get or explain to all my friends what is going on in the space, what Web3 is, what a DAO is, and metagammadelta is definitely the DAO I feel safest like directing them to, so that they can start their journey. Safe DAO space, but trust. Trust and the trust and openness where there are no stupid questions and people feel that they can ask and learn the things that they need to, and they are not going to have imposter syndrome, or they're not going to feel out of place or feel they should know these things. I think that is key. Building a kind of like a community built on trust, I guess. Kind of think of a sorority, but for a DAO sorority.
The reason I asked is just because I had somebody else mention the other day that they felt super safe in a DAO. Their example was, I feel like I could leave my wallet on the table and it would be totally fine here.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I totally get that. Yeah, I feel I I could definitely see that as well. I feel that at least for me personally, it was just knowing that I had somewhere I could go when I was trying to figure things out. For example, I love the whole wellness, Web3 wellness concept as well, because I think that is something that's not really spoken about a lot, just with organization and procrastination. I actually wrote those the anti-procrastination app down in a couple other notes, but I think that creating an environment and a community where those things are talked about and they're not shamed, and it's acknowledged that we kind of all go through something similar or are feeling that way, is one of the key things to having a safe place, is when your members and the community feel that way, that they have somewhere to go about these matters. Oh, and also with everything happening right now in the crypto world, trust is definitely, it's definitely even more important when onboarding anyone into the space, because a lot of people have misconceptions or misunderstandings about who they can trust, or getting hacked, or any of these other fears that I've been hearing.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of metagammadelta. Into the Woods has been very active in the cohort, and I introduced her to metagame along with a few other wonderful ladies.
That is awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, metagame is, oh my goodness, I was so excited when I started learning about metagame, because I literally was just like brainstorming ideas and ways to just make it. I keep hearing the same things from my circle and the people that I'm trying to like bring into the space. It's that they don't understand it, and a lot of the material and the way things are presented, I've recognized that, we might understand some of the lingo, but you really have to break it down in like a more deliberate and concise way that someone can identify with. So I was like, and you have to make it fun. Like, people need to, want to learn about these things and have an interest in it. At least that's how I got into the space, was because I just was like, wow, this is amazing. So how do we give that and the whole metagammadelta experience to everyone and scale that as well? So I was like, okay, well, maybe we can do, I went to DEF CON, and the quest that they have, I was like, maybe we can like find a way to direct someone when they come, like they onboard into the space, like, because not everyone is going to have the same journey. Like, okay, what are their interests? There's so many things that they could dive down. So when I learned about metagame, I was like, wow. And then I started looking into it, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is like so perfect. I was in a room of people, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I like sent it to all my friends, and I was like, check this out. it's gonna all make sense now. So I definitely am really glad to be able to be on this call and just to have discovered metagame. I think it's gonna be game changing.
That's awesome to hear. But yeah, so one of the ways, like everything we do is fully open source, like the platform itself, all of the educational content and everything. So you could take it all and change the way it looks and just use it for metagammadelta. And the simpler way that I actually just started talking to other projects that are members of the Meta Alliance is that they could add a channel to their Discord server that just says, "Are you new to Web3?" or like new to Web3 or something like that. And that would be like a channel that really just explains, like says like a paragraph of intro to Web3, and then sends people to metagame if they want to learn more about the basics of Web3. Because yeah, there's a lot of projects who are like doing something more specific inside Web3 that are members of metagame, but then they also get like a lot of people who are interested in the subject but are completely new to Web3, as you mentioned, like in metagammadelta. So I think a lot of them could benefit from having this like channel that is simply sending people here to learn the very basics of Web3.
Yes, yes, I agree 100% with that. And like I was definitely thinking something along those lines as well. I yeah, just I think this is amazing. I'm definitely excited to explore this more and see how Metagamma Delta could also implement and utilize metagame as well.
Awesome. Yeah, happy to jump on call sometime next week and talk more about how we can make metagame more useful to metagammadelta, the the profiles or whatever else you might want to use, either like through metagame or deploy on your own or whatever other way we could make our profiles more useful or collaborate in general.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like definitely interested in connecting.
Awesome.
And thank you so much again for having me on this call, guys, and like just being a part of this community and just hearing what you guys are talking about and the other speakers that were on here. It's been a very interesting call.
Thank you for coming on. Do we have any questions or comments?
Yeah, I think I want to thank too. It is indeed a safe place. I just jumped in and said, "Hey guys, I was talking and thank you for this."
Awesome. All right. Well, if there are no more questions, then yeah, thank you again for coming on, and we'll keep in touch.
Hey, Jose, if you can, could you play some music to outro us? So everyone
You read my
slowly
mind.
wants to.
Hey, period.
Yeah, I will love it. We will love it. We are here ready to play.
Oh yeah.
This song is El Artesano. Artesano because it's a song appreciating the value to create things at size and shape for everyone. It's beautiful to be able to appreciate the beauty even before creating something, to say what I'm going to create.
Uh-oh.
I think I just broke it. I'm here now. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Mirar con ojos de artesano, sí, sería lo que me haría un poeta diferente a lo mortal. Sentí un amor tan bonito, sería un amor distinto, algo que se puede tocar. Y sabría que es amor, amor que es incondicional, revirtiendo los hechizos de tu boca en cupe fuego. Sabría que es amor porque busca integrar, evocaría el sentimiento de la unión y de los sueños. Sabría que le estoy hablando al amor porque me estoy hablando a mí para conectar contigo. Desde la fuerza de un latir con dirección y sentido. Me escucharías hasta el silencio sordido de los caminos eternos. Sí, sabrías que los momentos pesados a voluntad se hacen ligeros. Como artesano me toca sudar, me toca romper, me toca quemar. Como artesano me toca sudar, me toca toser, me toca sangrar. Como artesano me toca doler, me toca beber, me toca curar. Como artesano me toca entrever entre los dos planos de la realidad. Como artesano me toca sudar, me toca romper, me toca quemar. Como artesano me toca sudar, me toca toser, me toca sangrar. Como artesano me toca doler, me toca olvidar, me toca curar. Como artesano me toca entrever entre los dos planos de la realidad.
What a closing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hold the vibe.
Thank you all for coming. See you around and see you at the Bard's Night.